Hello there, Taylor here. Jill went inside for a second, but today we are working on a joint between Macy and Ginger. We're working on them actually doing leash work and working on some sits amongst each other. So there's way more than that going on. I'm gonna try my best to break down everything you will see in a second. So the biggest thing we wanted to see was, can these two work amongst each other outside in the backyard? We think the biggest reason why these two got into it several times is because they never really had rules in place when they were together. Ginger would try to steal a treat, or Macy would try to steal a treat, or try to steal your attention. First, we're teaching them, no, when you are interacting with a human, there are certain rules that have to be involved. And you actually will get to see them actually work very close to each other, as if they're like not really on leash. Now, let me break down the leash for a second. Macy, let me get Macy together, give me 1 second. Let's break down the leash. So the leash is not a tool to be used to force these two away from each other. I'm not going to tug on Macy's neck. You'll never see me do that. The leash is simply a tether between me and her. That's just in case something happens, I have the safety of her being on a leash. But also, I'm saying this because we're trying to make sure that they have the illusion of being off leash, which is the whole purpose behind loose leash training that we do. The kind of training that we do is called loose leash training. We want to train dogs to naturally walk close to us. And eventually the leash just becomes simply a tether. That makes any sense. So the same thing applies. We're walking around the circle and we're giving them treats for walking with us. Eventually we'll take this to the front yard and take it to the sidewalk, where it will make more sense. But right now we're doing a circle around in the backyard. We're trying to teach them, when you are walking next to us, you will get rewarded for it. I also have the leash in my left hand. I'm treating her on my right side. So treats from the right side, leash in the left hand, and I have a very cross-body motion going on like so. This is how we train our dogs to walk next to us, kind of cross-body. I like to do this because these two are strong pullers. If she does pull, I can just turn into it like so, versus same side and my arm is going that way. And you see how much length Macy gets when I have the leash in the same arm as the side she's on? That's way too much length that I want right now. And when you are leash walking anywhere, typically you want your dogs to be a little bit more closer to you. So she's close, she's right here. I'm reinforcing her heavily. That's one aspect. The second aspect we worked on today was the sits. When they are close to each other, can you sit calmly? I know you said that Macy has a jumping problem. In fact, both of them have a jumping problem. Ginger's probably the most open we've seen her ever. She's been jumping on us the entire session. And we have to teach them both. That is not how you get our attention, no matter how nervous you are or excited you are. So you'll see us work on that. We're also working on leave it heavy. So leave it, sit, and loose leash training. Leave it, we strengthen that leave it, making it very, very good. We want to see Macy leave it. Yes, good job, good job, good job. We want to know if these two can leave it amongst each other, which is super important. Macy, leave it. Good job. I didn't really care for that leave it that much because she waited to get to the end of that leash and just felt tension and then she left it. Leave it. Yes, good job. With time, it will start to click, but you will really get to see how we will integrate them in the future off leash. But right now we're keeping it on leash. So I'm going to get started because we show better. Let me tell. Leave it. Yes, excellent. That was a beautiful one. I hope you saw that. Macy licked her face. Ginger's right there. Leave it work. Boom. Macy, leave it. Yes. Sometimes Macy's licking can get a little bit obsessive. So that too, added to the things we work on today. The list, a long list of things we're working on today. So Macy's licking and all her behavior. Can you leave it? I don't care if you don't. Leave her alone. We want to know if that leave it really, really works. And y'all getting tired, so we're going to go ahead and get it started. So we're walking around the circle. We did this for approximately about 20 minutes. Walking around. I'm walking backwards to keep her focused on me. Eventually, I will clean up that loose leash training. But right now, we're just going to focus on keeping them moving. Notice that we're not using the leashes to force them to walk with us. Let's go. Girl, you got it? Hold on, give me 1 second. She needs a minute. Yeah. Gotta clear the palate. Let's go. Come on. Girl, good job. Good job. We are keeping the leash loose. Nice swoop leash. I'm not tugging on her. I'm getting her to walk with me, and treats happen when she walks with me. You can do, yes. Good girl. Yes. Ginger's tail has been moving the entire time. She's in a really good mood today. Good job. And eventually, we start getting closer and closer to each other, like so. closer and closer. So what eventually happened, Macy, leave it, Ginger got a sniff in and Macy got a sniff in calmly. And then immediately they moved away. It seems silly, these two have looked at each other, but when you have food involved like we do, it can easily turn into a scuffle, very, very easily. But we would not allow these two to do these things without really reading their body language. We felt, Macy, leave, let's go, that's a no. We feel confident enough to keep bringing them closer and closer because their body language is loose, they seem really calm, they are responding, Macy, leave it. They are responding really well to us. It's the only reason why. But the moment, which is right now, they stop listening that well, we call it. We want to make sure that this stays a positive experience. It can only be positive right now through training. Leave it. We can't just, yes, good job. We can't just let it be and see what happens, you know?
Yes.
Good job.
Good.
I'm also using a very high value treat now. At first we started off with the chicken jerky. Now we're using hot dogs and cheese. Because we really need them to understand how to listen to us in these moments.
Yes, good girl. Yes.
All right, basically closer again. If Gio thinks she's ready, what do you think?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Cool. And you look at my leg as you walk. Okay. I want to stop. Macy. Ginger.
Okay, you
Now
move.
these two are getting tired.
Good girl, Ginger. Good.
Good job. Good job.
Yes.
Ginger, come.
Yes.
Macy, leave it. Yes. Good job. And now they're next to each other. You got it? Ginger, leave it.
Yes.
The biggest problem we had with these two being together was that Ginger would actually jump over Macy to get the treats first. So what we started doing was asking them to sit calmly. That's a no.
Ginger.
So what Ginger is doing, she's trying to do her best to convince us to give her the treat fast, and also she's a little uncomfortable sitting so close to Macy. She keeps scooting away, which is valid. That's fair. But at the same time, she's also scooting to get closer to us to get the treat faster. So we want to make sure, no, Ginger, leave it. You
Yes.
will get the treat when we give it to you, not because you jump on us to make us go faster.
You can do it. I know you don't want to.
Yeah.
But you can.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. And you're free.
Good,
Good
let's go.
job. Good
Yes,
job.
good
Very
job.
brief, very simple. Sometimes existing is, can you sit next to each other without getting on the other dog's nerves? These little things and the hours we're going to put into these two being like this will help along these two being integrated again. But no, do not do this without us yet. This is not something that you guys are ready to take on by yourself until we coach you. I want to go back to body language again. Macy's been pretty chill. Her eyes are soft, tail's wagging a little bit softly. She's kind of relaxed. Her ears, she's not too focused on Ginger. Ginger, the same thing. She's not too focused on Macy. She's also not really giving Macy side eyes. Kind of just letting it happen. She's more interested in getting the treats from us than she is in Macy, which is awesome. And it's really important to know these things, which is why we're telling you to wait, hold off. Good. That was really good. Macy, leave it. Macy, you gotta leave it.
Off, Ginger.
Yes, good
Ginger, leave
job.
it.
So I know that we should end because just there, Macy, it took me 2 leaves to get her to leave it alone. So I know I'm about to actually call Miss Macy. That being said, that's a lot I just talked about.
Yes.
I know it's a lot. The biggest thing is do not try this on your own yet. I want you to wait for us to coach you. We are going to continue doing this experimental 3 behavior session constantly to get these two to understand how to behave around each other. The biggest thing, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope everything made sense. You have anything to add, Gio?
Yeah, so in terms of practicing what you guys can do, we do not want you to do this on your own quite yet. We need to coach you through how to have them on leash listening. That being said, what you can practice, however, is doing something similar just like this, but one at a time. Put them on leash, practice your new cues. It could be touch, highly recommend leave it, and recall. You know, try all of these things on leash. Also try them off leash. It's gonna be really important that they know how to do all of these things outside, but do this by themselves. Put Foxy up as well. So 1 dog at a time outside in the back. And the whole purpose of this is to reinsert yourself in your own backyard. You know, they've only gotten in 2 spats, so it's not really that big a deal. However, they were scary, and any dog fight is something you want to make sure doesn't happen again. So what you're doing is you're putting yourself back into the picture where, yes, you guys may have fun back here. However, you are still, you know, a role model in this situation. So teaching them that they still need to listen to you out here. And this will really practice, you know, enforcing the rules so that when they are both in each other's presence, eventually the leashes are off, it doesn't matter. You've already practiced all of your cues frequently. So when you say something, you're pretty positive that they're going to listen to you. And then they're going to be less invested in each other anyways. With all this practice, you'll find that they're going to want to give you the attention, not just be in each other's grill. So Macy, when she's irritating Ginger, and Ginger, when she's really not feeling it, she'll feel more confident to go to you when she's ready to get put up. But in terms of practice like this by themselves, on leash, off leash practice, leave it, touch, eye contact, and recall. And that's really what we want you guys to do. But they did amazing today. Very proud of them, especially Ginger. She's 100% a different dog today, not fearful at all. As you can see, she's giving me all the hugs. And we'll continue to chip away at this, guys.
Another thing we're gonna work on next time is probably the jumping. Both of them actually. They need some. I just said that if it happens, but we need to work on them with jumping. But that being said, have a good day, guys. Peace.
See ya.